What's up, gamers? Dr. Sam here with Pain-Free Gaming Performance. In today's video, we're going to be going over a technique to help you guys alleviate neck pain and headaches so you guys can keep your win streak alive. The technique that we're going to be covering is called suboccipital release. Now, this is a technique that's frequently employed by physical therapists, chiropractors, and massage therapists to effectively alleviate neck pain, neck tension, and headaches with their patients. So as you could guess by the name, with this technique, we're going to be going after a group of muscles called the suboccipital muscles. Now, the suboccipital muscles are a small group of muscles that form a triangle at the base of your skull and connect from the base of your skull onto your first and second vertebrae. These muscles commonly become tight and dysfunctional when we're spending a lot of time in front of the screen gaming, and this can then lead to pain and headaches. So for this technique, what we're going to be doing is getting in there and applying a deep and sustained pressure directly onto the muscles to achieve a release or relaxation. Let me tell you, this feels really, really good. Now, for this technique, you're only going to need a few things. You're going to need a couple tennis balls or lacrosse balls, some athletic tape, or if you don't want to use the tape, then you can go ahead and use a sock. And the nice thing is, by creating this tool, you're going to be able to achieve the same therapeutic effect you would get from hands-on treatment without having to pay for it. So that's really nice. So let's check out how you guys can make this device at your home and start knocking out that neck pain so you can get back to gaming harder. Alright, so to make your own soft tissue releasing tool, again, you can use tennis balls or lacrosse balls. Tennis balls are a little bit softer, so if you have really sensitive muscle tissues, this might be the place to start. But if you start doing the technique and you feel like you could use something that's a little stiffer, that's when you want to go ahead and use the lacrosse balls. So for the first step, what you're going to do is have these balls close together, and then you're going to take your athletic tape, and now longitudinally we're going to apply a strip of tape around to connect these balls. And again, you want to make sure it's nice and snug because you don't want any space in between the balls. And then as we're going to flip this around, we're going to keep that tension there. We're going to wrap all the way around back to where we started. Okay, and once I get my first strip through, I can go ahead and readjust and make sure that these are nice and even. And then you're going to want to get about 2 to 3 strips all the way around, just to make sure that it's pretty tight there. So now that I've got things together pretty well here, you can go ahead and just rip off the tape. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to apply a strip of tape perpendicular to this first row of tape, again just to hold the balls together right in the middle. So again, I'm just going to lay that strip down, and then I'm just going to start wrapping this around. And again, you want to just keep a tension to keep the two balls together so that you're not going to have space here. Again, go around about 2 to 3 times just to make sure that everything's nice and snug. I'm going to rip that off. And there you have it. This is going to be the tool that you're going to use to get that same therapeutic effect as you would get with someone's hands right here. Nice and portable, so you can have this at home. You can also take it with you. So the second variation, again, if you don't want to use the tape and tape the balls together, the other thing you'll need is just a sock. And now we're trying to accomplish the same method here. So we just want to go ahead, you can tuck those in. Okay, again, we want the balls to be very close together so there's not a lot of space in here. So you just push those down into the end. And then again, you can also just tie the end together, or you can just fold it under. But nice and simple. Again, you've got your own soft tissue self-release tool. To perform this technique correctly, you'll want to find a nice quiet place to lay down to perform the muscle release. You'll want to position the balls so that they rest on the soft tissue directly beneath the base of your skull. To better expose these muscles, you'll want to tuck your chin to achieve a stretch of the suboccipital muscles from underneath the skull. Once you feel the balls are pressing into the soft tissue, you can adjust the position of the balls until you feel it is on the most tender or tight spot in your neck, as this will be the area that you want to release. Once you find your position, you want to try and relax and let gravity pull your head down onto the balls, and you can even press the back of your head down into the balls to achieve an even deeper pressure on the suboccipital muscles. You should feel a deep pressure and possibly even some light pain that may refer from your neck to your head, but it is important to note that the technique should not be extremely painful, as you will be maintaining it for a prolonged period of time. Once you find your position, you will want to close your eyes and focus your breathing with your diaphragm and not breathing through your chest, by allowing the air to flow into your belly, and you should see your abdomen rise and fall. This will turn off your accessory neck muscles that we commonly overuse for breathing that may inhibit your ability to achieve a good release. Hold this position for 1 to 2 minutes or until you feel a significant decrease in the tension, pain, or headache symptoms. Repeat this technique 2 to 3 times per day or when you experience symptoms to reduce neck pain and headaches so you can game harder.